Global shock. Ronald D. Moore has just revealed a shocking secret. Sam Heughan, the #1 star of Outlander, is not only the soul of the film, but also holds a huge amount of shares, enough to change the future of the brand. For many years, this truth was carefully hidden, until it exploded in 2026, shaking all of Hollywood. You won't believe the bombshell revelations from Ronald D. Moore about just how much stake Sam Heughan, the brightest star of Outlander, truly holds in the series that has taken the world by storm. For years, audiences believed Sam was simply the soul of Outlander, the man destined to play the role of a lifetime. But now, a shocking disclosure from the head of the Outlander 2026 production team has sent ripples through Hollywood. The truth about the number of shares Heughan controls is not only staggering, but it also unveils a hidden story of power, money, and influence that has never been made public until now. Was this carefully buried secret kept for years to protect the image of a perfect star? And how will this revelation transform the way the world sees Sam Heughan? A hidden stake revealed. For over a decade, Outlander has stood tall as one of television's most beloved and enduring historical dramas, captivating millions with its intoxicating blend of romance, time travel, and emotionally gripping character arcs. At the heart of its global success was always Sam Heughan, the Scottish actor who brought Jamie Fraser to life with a magnetism that made him a fan favorite across continents. But in 2026, the industry and the fandom was stunned when leadership confirmed that Heughan was not merely the face of the show. He was also a powerful stakeholder and behind-the-scenes decision-maker with a level of ownership far beyond what anyone had imagined. According to sources close to the production, this was no token gesture or minor royalty. Over the years, Sam had quietly negotiated ownership shares, building his stake until he became one of the largest private investors in Outlander's future. This revelation was deliberately withheld for years so the spotlight could remain on the storytelling rather than the business machinations behind it. Why now? The timing of the disclosure was no accident. By 2026, the original Jamie Claire storyline had concluded, but the Outlander universe was far from finished. With spin-offs, prequels, and new adaptations in development, questions about creative leadership naturally arose. It was during these negotiations for the franchise's next chapter that Sam's influence was revealed. His role was no longer confined to Jamie Fraser, but extended into shaping the future of the entire Outlander legacy. One executive explained in an interview, "Sam has never been just an actor for us. He's been a partner, a believer in this story since day one. He put his money, his reputation, and his creative instincts into this franchise. His stake reflects that commitment." Fan reactions, admiration, and unease. The fandom's response was immediate and intense. On one side, many applauded Sam, seeing the revelation as proof of his devotion. They believed his influence had helped safeguard Outlander's integrity, keeping it faithful to Diana Gabaldon's vision and shielding it from excessive network interference. But others raised concerns. Did his financial interests blur the line between art and business? Were other cast members given equal chances to invest? And how much of the story's direction was shaped not by creative need, but by ownership power? Social media platforms exploded with debates, hashtags like Notch Who in Power and or Outlander shares trending worldwide. To some, Sam was now the franchise's guardian angel. To others, the blurred boundary between star and shareholder raised unsettling questions. Industry impact, a new model of star power. Industry analysts were quick to point out how unprecedented Heughan's stake truly was. While actors often negotiate profit sharing or producer credits, the scale of Sam's ownership set a new benchmark for television stardom. His involvement showed how modern stars could transform from performers into business partners and co-architects of their franchises. Insiders revealed that Heughan's influence reached far from casting decisions and script approvals to negotiations over international distribution. For some, this looked like overreach. For others, it was a natural evolution for a man whose name had become synonymous with the series itself. Tensions behind closed doors. With power, however, came tension. Not everyone in the production welcomed Sam's dual role. Some executives valued his perspective, but others felt his shareholder authority complicated the chain of command. Whispers emerged of disputes about historical accuracy versus audience appeal, about creative risks versus safer paths. In several cases, insiders claimed Sam's preferences prevailed not simply for artistic reasons, but because his ownership gave him weight in the final call. Even among the cast, there were mixed emotions. While many praised his leadership, some quietly admitted frustration when his voice overshadowed theirs. Outlander's future stability or constraint. Looking ahead, Sam's stake could prove both stabilizing and controversial. On the positive side, it ensures Outlander's spirit won't stray far from its roots. Fans can trust that someone who lived and breathed Jamie Fraser for over a decade will protect the heart of the story. But questions remain. Will fresh creative voices find room to flourish? Or will Sam's influence anchor the franchise to familiar patterns? Will younger stars of spin-offs feel overshadowed by his enduring shadow? Even if he never steps on screen again, Sam Heughan is no longer just the face of Outlander. He is its co-architect, shaping its destiny for years, if not decades. A shocking yet inevitable evolution. The 2026 revelation shocked fans and critics alike, but in hindsight it feels almost inevitable. From the very beginning, Sam carried Outlander on his shoulders, forging a bond with audiences that went beyond performance. By investing financially, he ensured his connection to the series transcended studio contracts or network politics. Whether one views this as an act of devotion or a consolidation of power, it marks a turning point in television history. No longer are stars just faces on screen. They are architects of the very worlds they inhabit. As Outlander expands into its next chapter, one truth remains undeniable. Sam Heughan is not only Jamie Fraser the Highland warrior, he is the guardian strategist and silent architect behind the saga, a man whose stake ensures that his influence will echo through the franchise's legacy for years to come.